Hi, my name is Gonzag, and I am the founder of TokyoStreetView Japan the Beautiful. And welcome! Welcome to the second part of this video series dedicated to a road trip around Aomori and Iwate. But first of all, I would like to thank all of you who are supporting us on Patreon, as well as our partner Navitime Japan, and of course our sponsors, the car rental company Nippon Rent-A-Car, and the Japanese long-distance bus company Wheeler Express. Today's video will be all about Hirosaki and its Neputa. Hirosaki is a small city with about 180,000 inhabitants, located in Aomori Prefecture and about 150 km north of Morioka and its famous Sansa Odori festival. Despite being quite small, Hirosaki offers 7 major points of interest and places to check out, including the Hirosaki Castle, the Fujita Memorial Garden, the Saishoin Temple, the Sojoshi Temple, the Neputa Museum, the Neputa Festival, and its many shamisen restaurants. Let's start our tour of Hirosaki with the famous Hirosaki Castle. I've been interested in visiting this castle for quite some time now. Built in 1611, this castle is one of Hirosaki's jewels. But unfortunately for me, Hirosaki Castle has been closed to the public for renovation and ceased since 2013. Indeed, after some inspection, it seems that the stone wall supporting the castle was about to collapse, forcing the Hirosaki city government to work on relocating the castle to safer grounds. Sadly, the castle renovation is supposed to end in 2018. So, looks like we will have to wait a few more years before coming back to Hirosaki to get some amazing footage of the castle, surrounded by its gorgeous moat, and sakura. Located a few hundred meters away from Hirosaki Castle, you will find another great place to visit, the Fujita Memorial Garden. Built in 1919 by Kenji Fujita, Japan's first chairman of the Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industry. The Fujita Garden is not as large as Hirosaki Castle Garden, but still offers visitors a chance to enjoy the beauty of a traditional Japanese house, now turned into an art exhibition, as well as a more modern European-style house, which used to be Mr. Fujita's main house, surrounded by a beautiful Japanese garden. Visiting the house of Mr. Fujita is limited to the first floor only. You will, however, be able to enjoy a cup of tea or some cookies in one of its rooms now turned into a coffee shop. It is now time for a more traditional part of our tour of Hirosaki with the Saishoin Temple. Built around 350 years ago to commemorate the victim of the Tsugaru battle, Saishoin is a small temple that features a gorgeous entrance gate called the Sanmon in Japanese, as well as a magnificent 5-story pagoda that stands 31 meters tall, surrounded by maple trees, where all the leaves turn into a splendid red color in autumn. Expect to spend no more than 30 minutes there if you are only visiting, but if you are an avid photographer, get ready to spend the best part of an hour there. Not too far from Saishoin, you will find another temple built in 1692 by a local lord, Sojoshi. The main attraction of Sojoshi is, like Saishoin, its main gate or Sanmon, a 16.2 meter high wooden construction that remains intact despite hundreds of years of trauma. Besides its Sanmon, Sojoshi also features a main hall and garden open to the public. However, I have to admit that I'm quite disappointed by the whole experience I had visiting the place. Yes, you can access the main hall and its garden for free, but you cannot do so by yourself, and you are required to pay 1,000 yen per person for a chaperone or guide to follow you pretty much wherever you go. Asking for 1,000 yen per person for a guide that will basically check your every move and just repeat what you are learned from the place on the internet, it's what I call a rip-off. My experience there was quite bad, and having these old ladies looking at my every move, ready to jump on me and ask for money before entering the main hall, really freaked me out to the point I gave up on shooting the rest of the temple and refused to pay for a so-called guide. Anyway, let's forget about this and let's move on to our next stop, the Hirosaki Neputa Museum. Open all year long, the Neputa Museum gives you the possibility to get a closer look at these floats. learn more about how they are made, handled, and the story behind them. While the museum is quite small, expect to spend a lot of time there checking the intricate details of every Neputa. And if you are an avid photographer, be ready to fill up your camera's memory with amazing pictures. Once you are done with the Neputa, you will also have the chance to get a closer look of some of Hirosaki's best craft and their masters, who will be more than happy to give you a unique chance to watch them at work. At dawn, and once a year, Hirosaki will light up with hundreds of Neputa roaming the city streets. Luckily for you and I made sure that my trip around Aomori coincided with the Hirosaki Neputa festival. Neputa is said to have originated from the Nemuri Nagashi, a traditional event designed to banish the invisible sleep demons who makes people drowsy during the summer when farm work is at its busiest. It is really hard for me to find words on how amazing Hirosaki Neputa is, and I will highly recommend you to watch our dedicated videos on these events. To put it simple, and as far as I'm concerned, Neputa Festivals is among Japan's top 3 festivals that you need to see at least once in your lifetime. Period. Not only Neputas are amazing floats, but the atmosphere during the festival is rarely matched in Japan. Exhausted? It was time for me to find a place to rest and eat. And here as well, Hirosaki is full of surprise and features many shamisen restaurants. So what's our shamisen? Shamisen are Japanese traditional guitars featuring only 3 chords, and honestly, shamisen rocks like hell. Granted that when a traditional singer comes into play, things may be a bit different, but a shamisen solo is really awesome. Shamisen is not limited to Hirosaki and Aomori Prefecture, and can be found all over Japan. So, if you ever have the occasion to stumble upon a restaurant with a shamisen concert, go for it and you will not regret it at all. And it will also be a unique chance for you to meet new friends while drinking a good beer or some sake. So here you are, our second video about Aomori and Iwate's road trip is coming to an end. But don't worry, we will come back very soon with another city, this time Aomori City, and its amazing Neputa and temples. Finally, make sure to check out our other videos as well, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Thanks, and see you all again very soon.